How was your President's Day, Blake?
It was great. I learned who George Washington's funniest officer was.
Who is that?
Lafayette.
Terrible joke. Anyways, Murray State, MSU tonight starts now. Welcome to MSU Tonight. I'm Kaylee Anderson.
And I'm Blake Sandlin. We've got a great show for you tonight. But first, we'll take a look at some hot topics.
That's right.
Murray State's tennis team got back to work this weekend. The team took on Illinois State on Sunday as it looked to stay above 500 on the season. The Ken Lake Tennis Center played home to Murray State's match against Illinois State on Sunday. The Racers got off to a hot start, winning the doubles point thanks to wins from the duos of Stasia Sharapova and Anya Lankarevic, and Claire Chang and John Mason. However, the Racers couldn't carry their momentum to the singles play. Chang fell 4-6, 3-6 in two sets, while Chakraborty lost 4-6, 3-6. Amina Hadzik also was defeated in two sets by a 2-6, 3-6 result. The only Racer player to win a set was Sharapova, who claimed a 6-1 win before falling 1-6 and 3-6 in her last sets.
Murray State rifle team defeated the University of Nebraska to clinch their fifth straight NCAA appearance. The Racers hosted the shoot-off at Pat Spurgeon Rifle Range. They are coming off a fourth straight OVC title and are hoping to bring home the program's third NCAA championship thing home. Okay, they finished third out of the 8-team field in 2016. Senior shooter Barbara Schlapfer is excited to finish off her career on one of the sport's biggest stages.
I'm really happy about how we did as a team and like all the things that we were able to do, and I think it's really amazing to be able to go to Morgantown, West Virginia, where the current #1 is located in. So I think that's going to be pretty special.
After another successful season, the NCAA invited Murray State to the prestigious tournament earlier this afternoon. They will be among the 8 best teams in the country to travel to Morgantown, West Virginia to compete for the crown jewel of collegiate athletics. Be sure to cheer on the Racers. The tournament will run from March 8th through the 9th.
Switching gears from sports to music, local band Little by Little can be found on Spotify, iTunes, and Bandcamp. The band's members consist of singer and guitarist Kayla Little, who also writes many of their songs, Brett Smith on bass, and Aaron Moody on drums. All 3 members have studied and performed on Murray State's campus. Little by Little is an indie folk band with the occasional hint of pop. Although the band has a lot of their own original content, they also cover other groups and incorporate their own distinct sounds to provide their own take on the music.
Coming up next, I'll be sitting down with Kate Johnson to talk about the Great Beginnings program here on campus.
Stay tuned.
Welcome back to MSU Tonight. We have a special guest this evening. Kate Johnson from the Office of Student Engagement and Success is here with me tonight to discuss the Great Beginnings program as a whole and how students can apply to become a Great Beginnings leader. So first off, thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you for having me.
First question, could you explain what the Great Beginnings program does on campus?
Sure. So the Great Beginnings program is kind of the culmination of events and programming for our new students that helps them get acquainted with campus and the community. It all starts with move-in in August, and there's events that go through September. There's all kinds of different activities from Explore Murray to the Hypnotist Tom DeLuca, which I know is a very popular program, the Blue and Gold Celebration, Gold Rush, and all those types of events to help our new students, again, get acquainted and meet others that are new to campus, develop those relationships. Those programs are organized through the Office of Student Life, led by Renita Avery, who is the Director of Student Life, and her team.
Okay, and what is your role with the program?
So in our Office of Student Engagement and Success, we coordinate the Great Beginning Leader Program. These are student leaders on campus that are with the new students beginning with move-in up until the first day of class. So they are grouped together by residential college, have small groups of new students and help lead them to the Great Beginnings events, and make sure they can develop those connections and get to know what activities are going on campus and about different campus resources and things like that.
And how would a student apply for that job?
So the Great Beginnings Leader application is open now. It is open until March 15th. Okay. They can apply through murraystate.edu/GBL, and they need at least a 2.5 GPA, have completed at least 24 credit hours. Again, they just need to be enthusiastic and ready to share their racer experience with those new students. We also have an information session tomorrow night, February 20th, in the stables at 5 p.m. for any students who might be interested in becoming a GBL and learning more about that opportunity.
Okay, what would you say to a student to encourage them to become a Great Beginnings leader?
I would say if they want to get involved, if they want to really develop their leadership skills, if they want to share that racer experience that they've had with new students, they should come out and get involved. It's a really great program, something to put on your resume, and just a really fun way to get involved on campus.
Oh, okay. Thank you, and stay tuned for more MSU Tonight for the second edition of our sports segment, All In, where Keenan Hall and Blake Sandlin will be debating topics in Murray State sports.
Welcome back to All In. I'm Blake Sandlin, and I'm here with Keenan Hall. It's time to see how last show's bets panned out. I bet 4 chips Murray State's women's basketball team would commit over 17 turnovers against EIU and SIUE on average. That bet pushed. We each bet 1 chip on women's basketball's record against EIU and SIUE. That bet also pushed.
I won 2 chips on a bet predicting KJ Williams and Darnell Coward combining for 18 points in at least 1 game against EIU and SIUE. I also won 1 more chip on that prediction that Anthony Davis would not be traded before the NBA trade deadline.
So that takes the official chip count to Blake, 27 chips, and Keenan, 33 chips. And now, it's time to ante up.
All right, so we'll start off with women's basketball. Last time we were here, I predicted that they would go 0-2 against that week against EIU and SIUE. Proved out to be wrong. And this week we have UT Martin SEMO coming, Martin on Thursday and SEMO on Saturday. Blake, talk to me a little bit. What did you think about the week that they were off?
Yeah, I mean, that week that you picked them 0-2, they completely surprised both of us and went 2-0. They followed that with a 3-0 victory to beating EKU last Thursday, and then losing on Saturday to Austin Peay. So that playoff race is super tight right now, and they're really right on the edge of getting into the OVC tournament. But last week, really, I thought there were signs for optimism. We saw that the turnovers improved, 12 turnovers against EKU and 13 against Austin Peay. I think in the end it came down to shot making. We know turnovers have plagued them. It seems like they finally kind of started to right that ship, but shot making has been a problem all season long, and it was a little bit exposed against Austin Peay on Saturday. You saw Janika Griffith-Wallace have a great game, Evelyn Adebayo have a great game, but at the same time Macy Turley struggled, and I know they've struggled with that, finding that third score all year long. So that was why they met their demise Saturday, and like I said, it's going to be a tough road.
All right, so coming out to this week, we got Martin on Thursday, SEMO on Saturday. What do you think the records will be this week?
Okay, so Martin, I think the last time they played, it was about an 8-point game, 8-point loss for the Racers. I thought where they lost it was a 3-point line. They struggled to defend there, and as well as turnovers, 22 turnovers in that game. Definitely things that can be improved. It's nothing that you really can't build on. So in that game, I expect them to win. I think honestly, Their season is riding on it. They do have a tough schedule down the stretch, but that game I expect them to win. With Saturday on SEMO, with SEMO, I think they beat them by 6 the last time they played. Mason Turley had 32 points in that game. So they're going to need to replicate that sort of performance and get more help from their bench and the rest of their starting lineup to win. But my prediction is that they go 2-0 this week. I'm going to put 3 chips on that. Okay. I feel pretty strongly. I think they need to get in. I think they're playing well, peaking at the right time, as they say. So I'm going 3 chips.
All right,
Let's
I'll
lock
match
it in.
That's all right.
What are you thinking?
This week I think they'll go 1-1. I think they'll split. I don't
Okay.
think they'll go 2-0. Of course, the last 4 games that they have are against teams that are already in that not playoff race, but OVC tournament race. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, they're fighting hard. They're playing well right now. Janika's playing at the top of her game. I see them splitting this week.
Interesting. Okay, so from there, I want to talk about the OVC tournament. We've kind of alluded to it a little bit, but now let's get to what are their odds of making it. Right now, they're tied for 7th with 3 other teams: Jacksonville State and SIUE for that seventh seed in the OVC tournament. 4 games left on the schedule. They're all pretty formidable opponents. All of them in the playoff race, the OVC tournament race right now. What do you think? Do you foresee them making the OVC tournament?
I don't. I see their youth coming in, playing a factor again late in the season. I mean, they're playing well right now, as Coach mentioned earlier this week, but I still don't see them making that tournament. It's going to be a very tough road ahead. Of course, they're playing 3 out of the last 4 at home, but I don't see them making that OVC tournament. I'll put 2 chips on that they don't.
Okay, I'll match you. I think they have a chance. I think, like I said, they're peaking at the right time, and that's important when it comes to the postseason tournaments. So from that, let's go to men's basketball. So 2-0 week last week. They maintained their grip, first place in the conference. I think with Belmont right at the top, and a pretty easy schedule the rest of the way besides Austin Peay with the finale. Let's get right into the bets. A pretty great week last week. First of all, just tell me about the week last week and what you foresee for this week.
Well, last week was another dominant performance, of course, by Ja and company, but you saw the team really step up. They were kind of keying in on Ja, but you saw guys like Devin Gilmore and KJ Williams step up in the big moments where they needed that help. So this week, you said they play Martin and SEMO as well as the women's. I see them going 2-0 this week. I think they'll have a good showing at home, so I think that'd be good.
Okay, so let's talk about this Martin game. They beat them by 21 last time. Tevin Brown hit 9 threes. Don't really expect it to happen again. Tevin's cooled off since then. Let's set the line at 15.
Okay.
Do the Racers go over or under in that? What's your prediction there?
They really had Martin's number last time. I'll say they go over. What do you think?
I think, for the same reasons I mentioned, Tevin Brown, he's struggled a bit lately. I think they'll change the defense up a little bit. For that reason, I think it'll be a little bit closer game. I'd say about 12, 13-point victory for the Racers. Okay. But what do you want to go there?
I go 1.
All right.
Go over.
Don't have much faith in it. Let's take it, though. This one, second bet on men's basketball, John Morant. He's averaging over 10 assists a game. He just broke the OVC single season assist record with 256 against EKU on Saturday. He's rolling hot. What's the chances that he records 10 assists in both games this weekend?
I'd say they're very high. I mean, they're at home. They're coming off the road. 2 great road wins. The team will be rolling. He'll get them started early. I think he'll go over 10 assists in both games. I'll put 2 chips on that.
Interesting. I will match you there. I'm not that confident in it. I'll admit that. I mean, he's been a freaking double-double machine all year long. So I'm not that confident, but he's had games. I think SIUE game at home last 2 weeks ago where I think he had recorded 6 assists. It's possible. Right. I'm going to put my money where my mouth is, and we'll see if I can make up for last week's losses.
That's all right. To close tonight's show, we have our very own Sam Woolley, Jordan Rowland, and Kelsey Swafford play a friendly game of Name That Vegetable. Don't turn that channel. MSU Tonight. We'll be right back.
Hello and welcome to Name That Vegetable, the new game show that we have come up with on MSU Tonight. And we have Jordan and Kelsey here, and they are going to name that vegetable. So if you guys will put on your blindfolds, I will prepare the first vegetable that you have to name. A few quick rules of this game is they try and guess the vegetable, and if they guess the vegetable correctly, they get to give it a human name. So we're going to start with something easy. I'm going to grab the cutting board here. And let me grab the first vegetable.
Oh, Lord.
Okay. My hands are clean. Do not worry. All right.
I didn't like that.
The vegetable is now on your plate. Go ahead and eat it, and then tell me what you think it is.
Carrot.
That's a carrot.
Excellent. You guys got the first round right. So what would you like to name this vegetable?
Bob.
Bob the carrot. Excellent. All right, here is your second vegetable. I have something in here. I don't know if it's a vegetable or not, but we're just going to roll with that.
Fantastic.
Yep. It's a fairly easy one, too. Right. Here is vegetable number 2, which, there we go. All right. Here is, I'm going to try and keep this as sanitary as possible by not. There's yours. And here is yours, Jordan.
Oh,
Tomato.
it's a tomato. I don't even have to eat it.
All right, well, there you go. So now let's make things a little bit more difficult, but also interesting. I'm gonna have to clean this up here in a second, I guess.
Oh no, is this an onion? You're not doing this to us.
You would think that, right?
Garlic.
Sounds like an onion.
Oh no, no, no.
Can't. How do you cut this?
I don't smell anything.
Okay, I figured out how to cut it.
Oh no.
Usually you peel it from what it sounds like.
What it sounds like. It could be anything. It is definite. I think it's a vegetable.
Oh,
Actually,
no,
I don't know what this is.
I know.
All right, here's your vegetable. Go for it.
No, this is garlic.
No.
I'm not.
Okay.
I can
healthy,
smell
though.
it.
They were absolutely not having that one, so we will skip that one. Now we will go on to the next vegetable.
Oh, that squirted me.
Oh, yeah, no, me too. So here is your vegetable.
This is also something I don't want to eat. It's an onion. You didn't peel
Why
it.
did you do that to me?
What is it?
Onion?
It's a white onion.
There you go. Oh, Jordan gets bonus points
a
for naming
yellow
what kind
onion.
of I don't know what color this is, like what
It's-
the actual
Ooh,
it's a white onion. Okay, great. Oh, that is smells
it's
great.
very strong.
Oh my.
All right, now here's the kind of harder because you have to guess what kind this is. So here's
My
we have
eyes are
next.
burning. Is this a jalapeno?
No, it is not.
It's a pepper
Pepper.
or green pepper.
There you go. It is
Green
a
bell
green
pepper.
Absolutely. It is a green bell pepper. Now we're gonna do 2 more. I have something else in here, but I think that'll be. Yeah, let me just. This is a mess. All right, there is your second to last vegetable
Where?
it's on your plate.
Lettuce.
Nope.
Spinach.
Yes. And here is your last vegetable.
Can you see the tear coming?
See the what?
I had a tear.
Give you a little piece. Right there.
Oh, that's tiny, and that
Right.
makes me nervous.
Is this it?
Yes, that is it.
This little bit of
This?
thing?
Yeah.
That's a
Radish?
jalapeno. Is it a jalapeno? Did I eat the right thing?
Possibly. I'm going to give you a little bit of a bigger slice for you to decide what it is.
Oh no.
There you go. Could be radish. That's definitely a possibility.
This is a jalapeno, and I don't like spicy stuff. I'm gonna eat it.
I don't
There you
think it's
go.
spicy.
Where's that?
It is right there.
That's a. Yeah.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for attending Name That Vegetable. Until next time, Tune into MSU Tonight every Tuesday night at 5 p.m. Good night, Murray. I'm going to put this knockdown before I hurt someone.